Hello everyone. So today the book that we are going to discuss is Walking by Henry David Thoreau. So before we delve into the book, let me give you a quick introduction about the author. So Henry David Thoreau was an essayist, poet, philosopher, abolitionist, naturalist, surveyor, and a historian. He is best known for his works Walden, a treatise about in concert with the natural world and civil disobedience. He was deeply interested in the idea of survival in the face of hostile elements, historical change, and natural decay. He studied at the Harvard College between 1833 and 1837. He lived in Hollis Hall and took courses in rhetoric, classics philosophy, mathematics, and science. He was against slavery and actively supported the abolitionist movement. Well, now let's begin about this book, Walking. In this book, the main theme is nature. The author is looking at nature and how nature brings self-reflection through the act of walking. The man is not separate from nature and wildness, but within it, and he lyrically describes the ever-beckoning call that draws us to explore and find ourselves lost in the beauty of the forest, rivers, and fields. The human being is not a spectator looking at nature from a city that has conquered nature, but rather influenced by the nature, as well as having an effect at the same time. There are a few excerpts in the book which you would find interesting. So there is this paragraph where it says that while walking, no doubt, temperament and above all, age have a good deal to do with your thought process when you walk. As a man grows older, his ability to sit still and follow indoor occupations increases. He grows vespertinal in his habits as the evening of life approaches, till at last he comes forth only just before sundown and gets all the walk that he requires in half an hour. But the walking of which the author speaks has nothing in it akin to taking exercise as it is called, as the sick take medicine at stated hours, as the swinging of dumbbells or chairs, but it is in itself the enterprise and adventure of the day. If you could get exercise, or you would want to, go in search of the springs of life. Think of a man swinging dumbbells for his health when those springs are bubbling up in far-off pastures unsought by him. Moreover, you must walk like a camel, which is said to be the only beast which ruminates when walking. When a traveler asked Wordsworth's servant to show him her master's study, she answered, "Here is his library, but his study is out of doors." So living much out of doors in the sun and wind will no doubt produce a certain roughness of character, will cause a thicker cuticle to grow over some of the finer qualities of our nature, as on the face and hands, or as severe manual labor robs the hands of some of their delicacy of touch. So staying in the house, on the other hand, may produce a softness and smoothness, not to say thinness of skin, accompanied by an increased sensibility to certain impressions. There will be so much the more air and sunshine in our thoughts if we move out. The careless palms of the laborer are conversant with finer tissues of self-respect and heroism, whose touch thrills the heart than the languid fingers of idleness. That is mere sentimentality that lies abed by day and thinks itself white, far more from the tan and callous of experience. While almost all men feel an attraction drawing them to society, a few are attracted strongly to nature. and in their reaction to nature, men appear to us, for the most part, notwithstanding their arts, lower than the animals. It's not often a beautiful relation as in the case of the animals. How little appreciation of the beauty of the landscape there is among us. So we have to be told that the Greeks called the world beauty or order, but we do not see clearly why did they say so, and we esteem it at best only a curious philological fact. Thoreau further says that for his part he feels that with regard to nature, he lives a sort of border life on the confines of a world into which he makes occasional and transient forays, and his patriotism and allegiance to the state into which he seems to retreat are those of a moss trooper. So basically, the human being is not a spectator looking at nature from a city that has conquered nature, but rather he is influenced by nature as well as having an effect on nature while he walks. So this book is a truly good book which is very natural and is unexpectedly fair and perfect, as a wildflower discovered on the prairies of the west or in the jungles of the east. So dear readers, I hope this book, when you purchase and get it from any place that you desire and go through it, it will certainly interest you in this concept called walking. So until I come with the next episode, have a great day and goodbye.